Hi everybody, good morning. This is Kritika from Creatum. How many of you have I spoken to earlier? Anybody here who I've spoken to earlier? Yes, yes. Awesome. All right. Good morning, everybody, once again, because I know a lot of us just joined. So I'm the mentor for today, Kritika here. For the ones who have met me, for the ones who haven't met me, I handle career services at Creatum. I'm also an L&D specialist. I have seen so many career transitions. I have been lucky. I would say I've been lucky and blessed to have been part of a lot of career transitions, especially at Atom. So I kind of understand how this whole thing works. If you were part of the 5-day boot camp, you might have met me on the final day. So yeah, today I'm going to be talking about LinkedIn. Let's just wait for a couple of minutes because I'm assuming more of your batchmates are going to join, and then we can commence. If you want to, just keep your LinkedIn accounts ready. uh, when today with me sessions are very interactive. I show you some good LinkedIn profiles. I might ask you to share yours. So just keep your links ready and we can take it from there. Let's just wait for a couple of minutes. Cool. I think we can start. And all right. So I think some of you, I think very handful of you might have attended something similar earlier with me, maybe like 5 months back. But so these are very important sessions: resume, LinkedIn, GitHub. These are three extremely important parts of your, career building collateral, your marketing collateral, I would say, for your own brand. Which is why this might get repeated once in a couple of months. I would suggest attend it and maybe revise. And sessions with me have to be extremely interactive. Please feel free to ask questions. I will ask questions, uh, respond to it. No wrong answers with me. So it should be fun. Good morning to everybody who joined right now. All right, super. Let's start. Can you guys see my screen? Do you want to give me a quick response on chat? Awesome. All right, great. Just a small update. We are going to do something on the workbook also today. We are also going to use our own LinkedIn profiles. I will show you some live good LinkedIn examples. And I will also share the link from Loom that will help you use the workbook, because that's going to have some homework. All right, I'm going to share all of that. If you want, I will share my LinkedIn link also, and we can all connect over there. Okay, great. Let me start. And if you have any questions at any moment, just raise your hand or just put it on chat. If I miss it, then you can unmute yourself. All right, so build a killer LinkedIn profile, and that's us. All right, so okay. Now tell me something. How long do you think, quickly on chat, how long do you think a hiring partner, because this is purely, I'm talking on a very hiring perspective, how long do you think a hiring partner spends on your profile before deciding whether they want to even talk to you or not? Any guesses? Okay. 2 minutes 30 seconds. That came down really fast. 2 minutes to 30 seconds to 3 seconds. Anybody else? That's 55 of us, guys. Come on, I need more responses. Okay, 1 minute, 10 minutes, 1 minute, 10 minutes. Let me respond to you guys. So it's 3:30 and 180 seconds. So the highest is 3 minutes. I'll tell you why. This is all on the basis of what we have seen, what LinkedIn's data says, all of that. Now, recruiters take 3 seconds to decide whether they want to even spend time on your profile or not. Literally 3 seconds. That is how impactful you have to be. They take 30 seconds for the first read. The first read is ideally just your picture, your headline. If you have an about section, just like the first glance, that's 30 seconds. And they take 180 seconds to go through your about section and to scroll through your experience and education and skill set. You know what, 180 seconds is actually enough to just probably scroll through and see if the profile has anything good, if the profile has anything relevant, if the profile has something interesting for them to want to stay on that profile. That is how long they spend. So if you have a boring LinkedIn profile, if your profile is even remotely boring, they are not going to spend more than 3 minutes on your profile at max. So that is how important your profile is. Now tell me, how many of you have updated your LinkedIn profiles? I'm going to open, if you like, I'm going to open a profile right here. How many of you, and it's okay if you haven't, after today's session you can, but tell me. Yogesh, I think I know, I've seen your profile, it's updated. That's a lot of updated. Wait, we'll open some when the example bit comes. Not updated. Okay. So let's update it today after today's session, because there will be a lot of pointers. There will be a lot of reality check. There will be There may be a lot of things you didn't expect is important, and a lot of things that you didn't expect could be helpful. Okay, and I didn't tell you guys, but around 9, 9, 10, we also have a hiring. We have a hiring aggregator partner, Calmwork, and they have a whole platform where they have opportunities from across the world. So the founder, Abhay Mishra, is joining us for a conversation. He is going to tell us about his profile, about himself, about Calm.work, about the platform, and how you can sign up over there, and how you can land some really good jobs within the country, remote jobs outside the country. It's really good for people who have some experience. It's really good for people who are freshers also. He's going to talk about that today at 9. I did not want to tell you people earlier. I thought it should be a surprise. So I hope you guys excited about that. Yeah. He will definitely want a really good LinkedIn profile. Okay. Are you guys excited? Are you guys gonna stick around for the part where he talks? Yeah. All right. That's good. All right. Okay. So that is how long it takes for anyone or any hiring partner to really, any hiring manager, any even hiring intern for that matter, to spend that much time on your profile. So we need to make a quick impression. Now, how do you make sure that people spend more time or you have more footfall on your profile? So you need to plant keywords in the about section or on the headline of your profile. Now, when I say keywords, different industries have different keywords, right? I am an L&D specialist. So for me, keywords would be training, management, strategy. I've been part of strategy, so those kind of keywords make sense for me. Yeah, so those kind of keywords make sense for me. As a data scientist, you need to mention keywords like, you have business problem solving, Python, R, different languages, algorithms, I don't know, math, statistics. It could be some tech stacks. I mean, whatever is very technical and relevant to your industry, you definitely need to add those keywords to your about section. I will show you some good about sections where you can take inspiration from and have a good one. About section also is very important for you. In fact, overall LinkedIn has to be really grammatically right for you, because a lot of people are you know uh, they don't take grammatical errors too well, because LinkedIn is a social profile where you are expected to put in your best. If a name starts with small alphabets, like if it's Kritika Agarwal, then the K and the A has to be capital letters. I've seen a lot of LinkedIn profiles of young data scientists, aspirants, who write small alphabets. So you have to be very careful. And you need to start planting keywords in the about section. So what happens is, say I'm a hiring partner and I'm wanting to hire someone who is, I don't know, comes from a finance background. I want someone who has finance experience or education and has recently moved to data sciences. Your profile will never show up if you don't have this combination of words in your about section. But if you do have, then maybe in my first list or second list of search, I will find your profile and I will look up and say, okay, fine, yeah, this profile looks good. Maybe I should reach out to this person if I'm hiring. That's simply how it works. Now, your about section should be in a paragraph form. It has to be less than 3 paragraphs, 3 or less. I will tell you why 3 sections. The about section. The first paragraph should talk about who you are right now. You know, what you're doing right now. If you're upskilling, if you're studying, or if you are working somewhere, or if it's a combination of both, that has to go on top. The second paragraph has to be about your past experience, your past knowledge, what you bring to the table, what makes you unique, what is special about you. And third paragraph could be like a closing line, or why you should be hired, or why someone should even want to talk to you. That is it, right? Different people mention different things. Some of them mention skills, some put a nice fancy quote. Um, Again, it really depends on the kind of personality you are. Your about section should reflect your personality. If your about section is super flamboyant, but in reality you're a very simple and you talk in simple words, then it doesn't match. It's going to be a mismatch for the hiring partner when they look at your LinkedIn versus when they talk to you. So don't go with how other people are doing their about section. I can share the format with you. I can show you some good, very different LinkedIn profiles, but it's important for you to curate this, create this completely on your own for each of yourself. I am here if you ever want me to review. Just ping me on LinkedIn. Ritika, do you want to quickly go through my about section? I can do that for you. But this is really something you cannot copy from anywhere. This has to come all by yourself. Yeah. The summary basically tells the story of who you are. So use this blank space as a chance to highlight your resume. Can you please show LinkedIn for students also? Everything that I'm saying is for students and for experienced people. Don't worry. This is absolutely agnostic. It's for everyone. So this summary section is also for complete freshers. It's a great idea for you to talk about your project since you don't have the you don't have work experience. You don't have to spend too much time writing about that. You can around say very nicely. You can talk about your the project or some interesting work that you're doing, or even what interests you in data science. If you are really passionate about that, you can definitely mention that in the about section, and it should show. It will show if you're really passionate about data science. You can talk about literally anything. You can go really creative when it comes to the about section. That is the only creative part on the LinkedIn, because you can't even go very creative with your profile picture. Even that has to be formal. So the about section can be really creative. Guys, go crazy, write something really fun. I will show you some good ones. You can check out mine. I did this really cheesy, but something I really believe in. That kind of a quote towards the end of my about section. And people have asked me about it. So I mean, you can really go very, very crazy. So this is the about section of one of our ex-learners, one of our alumni at Greatum, Jasraj Date. Uh, so you can see how he has spoken about the fact that he comes from a maths, non-coding maths background, and how he was introduced to data science, and how he's very intrigued and passionate about this field. Towards the end, he also talks about his other interests, things that he enjoys, and he's given his GitHub profile. So in case after his about section, I mean, I really like how some of these guys have, mentioned their GitHub profiles. They mentioned their projects on their LinkedIn. And in case you are interested in my profile, in case you like my profile, take this opportunity, spend 2 more minutes, and here, look at my GitHub. Here, look at my portfolio. Here, look at the book I've written. Here, look at the Medium blog that I have written. Very subtly, when you have everything available over there, if someone is enjoying your profile for even a couple of seconds, they will want to look at the other things also. And that is the process of gripping someone's attention on your profile. That's purely how this works. So make sure the links and everything is available. Can you guys still see my screen? Or it gets paused, I think. Let me share a different screen. Yes, you guys can see the screen, right? Yes, awesome. So I'm gonna show you some good LinkedIn profiles and about sections. Yeah. So this is my colleague Nikhil Nair. He's from Greatum, as in he works with Greatum, and I really like his profile. I really like how he has done it. He was a fresher, and started working with Creative, and he's been a data scientist with us all along. I am more than his about section. I really like Saurav's about section. I would like you guys to go through this. Is it legible? Can you guys read? I'm gonna read it out loud also. I like how this is very catchy: decisions, mistakes, learning, and improvements. I own my decisions, analyze the shortcomings and mistakes, learn from them. Then he talks about how he's transitioned from being a mechanical engineer to an analyst to a data scientist by sheer will to learn. Currently balancing the act of academia as well as practical application of data sciences, because this is his domain right now, academics and data science. I have worked as a team member for various projects, while I've also managed projects end to end. So that's a way of saying that he can independently handle projects. Towards the end, he talks about strengths and upskilling. He also mentions how he has worked with executive management, and that's a very good thing to add if you're looking to join senior roles or more managerial roles, because they'll see that, okay, this person has worked with senior management, so really knows how strategy probably works, how business ideas work, how business problem solving works. So I like how he has mentioned that. I also want to show you another one maybe. So this is someone who was a fresher and joined Griatum as a data scientist. He's also, by the way, a Griatum alumni who was later absorbed by Griatum. This is this is someone who has, this is someone like a lot of y'all over here, Ashwin Agarwal. He is he's aspiring to be a data scientist, but he has 6 years of work experience. He has worked with Oracle, and I think his last role was user assistance developer. I really like how he has mentioned in very crisp. Look at the headline, very crisp. It just talks about what he's doing right now and what he has done before this. He is not a Grey Atom learner, but he is someone I know from my time at Christ University. Look at his about section. Yeah, that's his about section. Aspiring data scientist, so a little about that. Die-hard programmer, little about that. Tech geek at heart, love to stay updated with latest technology and gadget, always open to. I will come to that, Yogesh. Previously, a career of clear, effective customer-focused user assistance, right? I also, while we are on the same profile, I want to say I love the experience section. Look at that. He has worked with Oracle for 5.5 years, and he has really, grown, and you can see that growth so well. It's really good. He's right now studying in Monash University, Australia, and he's studying Masters of Data Science. It's more of a research program from him. I also like how he has made sure he has recommendations. This is one profile I came across recently from someone I know, and I really liked it. Now, do you think their profile picture is appropriate? No, just last night I pinged him, you need to have a more professional and formal profile picture. So he said he'll get it clicked. Definitely that's one thing. Other than that, I think this is a really, really good I would say, LinkedIn profile, right? The experience section perfectly, of course, that's really good. I also want to show you somebody else. Let me look at Daksh. So Amitansh and Shantanu, I think some of you would have met Amitansh in one of our sessions. I don't know if you met Shantanu. If you haven't, I will make sure you guys meet him soon. Young and very, very popular data scientist. He has too much mentioned in the courses and achievement. Is that okay? That is perfectly fine. There is nothing too much for LinkedIn. LinkedIn may put everything you've done under the sun. If you look at my profile, I don't know what will you say that. I have mentioned everything. So this is Shantanu. I really like Shantanu's profile also. Obviously, this guy is also a very popular guy in field of data science. I'm sure you guys have heard of him. He's a data scientist at LinkedIn. One of the youngest in our country. 24, taking too much pressure. Always, he has been a mentor, brilliant mentor, very bright guy, innovates a lot in data science. I really like his about section. I'm not going to read through this, but he's also spoken about his latest books. I like how he starts with trying to build fast without breaking things. I think that makes a lot of sense in data science. His media mention, and if you'd like to connect, we don't know each other personally, but do send a note. So I like how he's very approachable. Because he's in such a senior role. For some of you who are in executive management, you might not want to sound too cheesy, then you can definitely sound more approachable. That's something for experienced people. For freshers, you can add something cheesy. Totally, I've added something cheesy. I'm not a fresher. I like the featured section is completely updated. How many of you know the featured section? Anybody here who knows the featured section? Anybody who doesn't know the featured section? Nope, 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 nope. Yeah, okay. I can see a lot of knowing, yes. Okay, no problem. I'll tell you what the featured section is. So I think I will probably open my own profile and show you the featured section. Um, okay, so that's my profile. This is the featured section, right? Now, how do you edit your featured section? Featured section is basically where you add things that you want. You want something to show up on your profile right after your about section. Like this is my about section. Right after this, you want some fun things that you want people to look at before they go down. So if you are trying to, if you want a hiring partner to spend more time on your profile, definitely have a fun featured section. So my featured section talks mainly about my webinars and mainly talks about some of the feedback I've received from learners, which has made me very happy. So I post about that. HR's appreciation, some certificates that I've received. If you look at some other featured sections, you will probably see their resume. I have some learners from the front end. Let me probably open one of them. Whatever I can remember. This is again one of our learners. In his featured section, he has his resume, he has his GitHub, and he has his portfolio. So for a hiring partner, he's like, oh wow. So if I'm looking at this profile, I have everything here. Maybe let me take a look at all of that right from this point. So I like how he has integrated all of that over here. This is not a data science profile, but I also like his about section. Very simple and nicely done. In fact, this profile is nicely done for somebody straight out of college, right? So yeah, this is how your about section should be. We will come back to this when we are talking about a different section. All right, let me share go back to the other screen. All right. So whenever I change my screen, if you guys can still see my screen, just give me a quick yes, else I'll keep asking. I'm hoping you guys can see my screen now. All right. So also this deck is available for you guys. I hope you guys know where to access it. If not, towards the end, I will tell you how to access it. But all my decks, I make sure is available for you. Right? So these are another set of good examples of about sections, some interesting profiles to look at. These are not the profiles that I showed you. These are different profiles, so you get an array of them. Oh, also, do you guys want to follow or connect with the people the profiles that I'm showing? I will probably share the links with you all towards the end of the session. All right, so you have to stand out in search results. Grey Atom has done a lot of branding and marketing, and also our learners have been working in very interesting places. Our alumni keeps coming back to us, and it feels good to hear that and say that. Now, because of them, a lot of people visit Grey Atom. Grey Atom has a lot of engagement on LinkedIn. So if you have Grey Atom mentioned on your profile, it will give you more footfall. A lot of times, I see a lot of people open my profile purely because they were searching for Grey Atom. You know, there's a section on your notifications where you can see keywords and all. So if you have Grey Atom and data scientist, and if you have if you have been tagged in posts, or if you have posted and you've tagged people like Shweta, our founders, the academic team, if you've tagged me, we have a lot of followers. So you get a lot of footfall on your profile through us also. So an engagement over there, constant engagement with Grey Atom, with G Tribe, all of this will definitely help you get more footfall, and more footfall means more popularity on LinkedIn, and definitely means better networking opportunities and better hiring opportunities. Because LinkedIn, I mean, I came to Grey Atom through LinkedIn. A lot of places, a lot of people I know have landed good opportunities through LinkedIn. So make sure you do leverage on the fact that you're part of Grey Atom. Add hackathon and course completion certificates. Again, engagement. Add projects in the data science. Your portfolio project that you want to showcase. This portfolio project that you want to showcase can probably feature just this on your featured section, or you can have your GitHub repo. Either, but I think you can also show a good portfolio project. While we're talking about this, has anybody over here ever used Loom? LOOM? Anybody here? Okay. I think only one of us over here has, or just a couple of us. Okay. So I use a lot of Loom, and let me. I mean, you will be receiving this link from me anyway, but let me show you how Loom works. And this is amazing for you to. Because portfolio projects are extremely important for you to be able to make a career transition. And let me quickly show you how I use Loom to present anything. And we recently experimented with some of our learners. They tried this, they presented their portfolio projects with a Loom video, and it was brilliant. So in Loom, so I will, I hope this is on mute. This is a link I will be sharing with you. So this is how. So right now we're going to discuss. This is how your screen gets shared. So you can have your project in the background and your picture here. Your video can be off if you want, but you can present your project and embed this link on your LinkedIn profile. So any hiring manager, any technical manager, or any expert who's probably visiting your profile can actually, you can walk them through your project right over there, and you don't have to wait to get on a conversation with them. Like, this is enough for you. You will be able to probably just share your, present a whole project purely by embedding this one link over there. You won't have to wait until they open your resume and they call you and they open your GitHub. This is like super fast. I don't know if you can embed something like this on GitHub. That's something maybe you can explore and tell me. But my front-end learners have been using this extensively ever since we spoke about it, because they also have a lot of user interface and user experience, all of those projects. But some of my data science learners have also tried it, and it works brilliantly. Do give it a try. Other than that, I like how, again, I will show probably Nikhil's profile. I like the projects. He has mentioned all his projects over here. And when you click on them, it takes you to their GitHub repository. All of them have done this. All of them, all of these guys have their projects here. He has very few projects mentioned. I think even Ashwin has projects. Okay, he has projects. All of this whole section is completely updated with more information. So see how, and all of these guys have transitioned. All of these guys are doing really, really well in the field of data science, except Ashwin has just started studying. Other than that, everybody else, Amitansh, Shantanu are here. They are industry experts. So definitely this is something, just try Loom. I think you can really leverage on Loom. Okay, I think there's something on chat from me. Okay, can you please share the link? Okay, I'm sharing the Loom link, maybe. This is also how you need to use your workbook. So yeah, you will have to go to this link anyway. And Loom is free of cost, so you can just register using your Gmail ID. All right. So these are again screenshots of some of the examples. Now, skill section. I have seen people with like 500 skills mentioned in the skill section. I have seen people with 3 skills in the skill section. If you ask me, I would say an average of 15 to 20 is fine. Don't go overboard. Also, don't put skills like super basic skills like Like I know how to use Microsoft PowerPoint, or I know how to use Microsoft Word. These are tools that are used in school now. I mean, this is part of education now. So you don't want to mention too many skills which are very basic and very easy to learn, because that just shows that you're trying too hard to put skills on your LinkedIn. Always make sure you put more important skills, like even teamwork and all for that matter, you can. But adding skills like decision making, adding skills like great team player, all of that looks a little naive. I think you can definitely add more professional skills. There's so much in data science. All the profiles that I showed you right now, all the links that's part of this deck that you will see, you can open their profiles and you can see what kind of skills they have mentioned, because the industry is the same as in the data science. All of you are from this field now. Please pick up skills and add them to your profile, but only add the ones that you actually have. Some of them might know SQL, some of them might know Tableau, some of them might know C++. If you don't know something, don't add it to your bucket. But if you do know something, even a little bit, make sure you add it and have your friends endorse you. It's important for your friends, especially from the same industry. It's important for them to come and endorse you. One way of doing this is you go up and you tell them, you probably send them a message that, hey, could you endorse me for some of my skills? I would be happy to do the same for you. You know, that's also one way of getting recommendations. But yeah, definitely. Also, you show up on searches, on, you know, if somebody's searching for a certain role with certain skills, your profile will show up if you have the right skills mentioned in the skill section. So that's one good thing. I don't think we will be sharing the recording of this session, Gitanjali. I'm not sure. Have you guys been receiving other Sunday recordings? If you guys have been receiving Sunday recordings, then you will receive this. Then yes, I think Vijay will make sure you guys receive this also. This is your first Sunday. Awesome. Shalini, welcome. All right. So that's how the skill section works. Am I going too fast? Am I going too slow, guys? Any questions so far? Good pace. Thank you, Pachita. Thank you. Okay, great. Headline. So the headline section, can somebody give me examples of headline section? Try. I want you guys to try some good examples. Put it on chat. It's okay, try. We'll learn. Just try. I think there are 80 people. Come on, try a headline. Analyst, business analytics, IIM, Indore, MBA, HR, information. That's a lot of information. Lavanya, you might want to, so you are from IIM, Indore, MBA, HR, and okay. You might want to mention a little more of data science if that's what you're looking at, but otherwise it's good. Okay, Chitranjan, data science learner at Grey Atom School of Data Science. It's just Grey Atom, so you can save space, remove the School of Data Science. Looking for entry level position. Okay, thanks for pointing that out. I'll talk about that. Aspiring data scientist is fine. Okay. So guys, aspiring data scientist is fine. It's okay to mention if you're not looking for opportunities immediately. But when you do start looking for opportunities, I wouldn't want you to mention, I mean, again, this is a suggestion, do not mention aspiring data scientist. If you have completed a course, if you have done a professional course, and if you have learned enough, if you have the skills, then you are a data scientist. If you have done at least 3 or 4 projects, then you are a data scientist. You don't become a data scientist only after you get a job. Once you have the knowledge, once you have upskill yourself, once you are independently, when you can run a project end to end, you are a data scientist. So you don't have to say aspiring or aspirant data scientist at that point of time. So it really depends on where you are in your journey. And a lot of hiring partners will not be very interested if you keep writing aspiring and still learning, things like that. again, actively looking for new opportunities and open for jobs. This is slightly debatable. In my professional opinion, when it comes to, I have hired a lot earlier, and I've been working with people who are looking for opportunities. I don't encourage them to mention this in the headline because it makes us look a little needy, or maybe that's how I look at it. And some of my colleagues also would probably resonate the same thing. Actively looking for new opportunities, don't do that. Instead, LinkedIn has an option of mentioning this on your profile, as in, okay, let me probably see how it's done. Let me show it to you. There's an option where you can select that you're looking for new opportunities. Okay. So you can put it on your profile picture, but if you don't want to put it on profile picture, just to understand how the market is, I think I have kept this thing on for myself. Oh, it's not on for me, but there is this one thing that you can mention. If you, I think for a lot of you who are looking for opportunities, just explore. There is something you can mention that you are looking for jobs. Okay, I don't think I can find it immediately, but maybe in the job section. Sure. Open to work, exactly. Open to work is something is an option that shows up. I think if we explore, we can find it, but it's a very good option, and it shows up. I'll tell you where it shows up. It shows up right over here, right over here. It will show up that you're open to work and people can approach you for opportunities. Also, there's an option to make sure your current hiring partner does not see that. So your current hiring partner, your manager, they will not see it. So you can mention that. I think that's a very cool option. All right. Found it, Bhavishya? Okay, awesome. Amit, do you want to ask a question? What would be the best match for a person having 20 years of experience in ERP and BPM and leading an IT organization? I think this is not a very, I mean, I'll take these questions towards the end, but let's take LinkedIn questions right now. Okay, just go check with, I have 10 years of work experience doing career switch to data science, how to suggest to go about since my current LinkedIn profile is of, yeah, so Gokul, if you are, so okay, this is for everybody experienced and for people, even for freshers. Your LinkedIn should not just talk about what you have done so far, it should also give a direction towards where you want to go. So if you're someone who's switching domain, if you're someone who's looking to enter data science, which I think all of us over here are, then you should talk about data science. Your profile should talk about everything common between what you've done so far and I mean, because data science is so agnostic, you can draw parallel lines. Absolutely, you can draw parallel lines from what you've been doing so far and what you want to do. So look for those pointers, highlight those, talk about every skill in data science that you have. Talk about how you can bring your past experience to the table, and that adds value to what you to the data science. And definitely, the about section should highlight the fact that you come with so many years of very specific experience, and how that is going to bring great value towards data science. Can we add data science program in LinkedIn as your? Of course you can. Of course you can mention the data science program that you're doing with Creatum, but make sure you don't show it as experience. You show that as a certification or in your education section. Do not put that in your work experience that you are interning or working with Creatum. No, everybody knows we are a boot camp, and a lot of people in the industry also know. So make sure you don't do that. Okay. So yeah, it should be like story. I mean, LinkedIn should be more like storytelling. Yeah. Okay, create your own headline, which appears, again, we've spoken about this. It has to be one simple title, your harness. You can harness the power to craft your own personal brand. Some people are like, I know this one learner who is very interested in how poker is related to data science. And he had simply written, I love poker on the headline, and that looked really wrong. Later, he changed it to, data science. He wrote something like data science poker, and he wrote something like this, and he wrote like something like mind blown or something, because he's a fresher, so he could get really quirky. And a lot of people actually spoke to him about this. He said that after he changed it, people who would visit his profile, a lot of them would definitely ask, what do you mean by this, what's happening? And it's an interesting part, right? So he added that to his headline. So the right words have to be chosen. Sure, Amit, I will pick up your profile when we go through a learner profile. I'll pick up one or two, and we'll see. Let's see how time permits, because we're a little running slow on time. I'll speed up. Signal that you are qualified and motivated. Exactly. Please signal the right thing, that you are qualified and you're motivated, and you're not just aspiring. You're not just learning. You definitely need to show, like, keep it out there that, you know what, I know this, I am a data scientist, I have the right skills, I've learned from the right people, these are the kind of mentors. Because luckily with Greatom, you get to learn from very, very seasoned and very qualified mentors, and you definitely want to leverage on that. You want to tell people that, hey, I learned from these people who are working in these industries as these people. That's the kind of persona. So yeah, I have the right learning here. Okay, at featured section, can we add certificates? Yes, of course we can. I have also added. I've added some from Grey Atom. So this is your personal details section. Headline, about section has spoken about. Your education should be updated and mentions what in your education section, do mention the projects you've done while you were studying over there. Mention all the courses if you've done any crash courses from even other places like Udemy, Coursera. Make sure you mention them, because that validates the skills that you pick up, especially when you pick up things like, again, this comes back to me, SQL, there's Tableau, there's so many things in data science, it's growing every single day. So when you do deep learning, if you're learning anything from anywhere, make sure you add that on LinkedIn. You should be opening LinkedIn every morning. I open LinkedIn before I open Instagram and Facebook. So you have to be super, super active over there. Courses, make sure you mention projects. Every time you complete a project, put it up on GitHub and LinkedIn. Both. That's a non-negotiable. Like, you and I should have a deal every time. Courses for which we have certificates, only those should be added. So ideally, if you're doing a course, you should have a certificate. And of course, if you have a certificate, you should totally add that. Skills and endorsements, I spoke about the skills and endorsement section. Recommendations. Recommendations on LinkedIn is the new way for people who have been working for a lot of years. You would know there used to be something called references. In fact, I had written a blog on that. I will see if I can share that link with you all. References used to be a sort of validation to, your work experience. You would go and tell someone that, hey, I have reference from these three very accomplished people who can vouch for my skills, for my knowledge, and for my professionalism. So that has changed. That has now moved to LinkedIn, and you can get recommendations. Again, the profiles that I showed, all of them had some brilliant recommendations. If you want, I can show some, and I will also open Amit. Amit, do you want to put your LinkedIn link quickly on chat, and I will be able to open your LinkedIn. Okay, so I don't want to show mine. I will show maybe Amitansh's section. Let me see if he has recommendations. Have you guys spoken to Amitansh? Anybody over here? Has he mentored you all for anything? He is a very, very interesting guy. For the ones who have, I'm sure,
we have heard him.
Yes, yeah, very approachable.
Very nice one, very approachable.
Beautiful, yeah. I think he's messaging. Okay. So look at his. So I think his skill section is a great spot for you to pick up some of the common skills that you all might have. Oh, he has a recommendation from Greatum co-founder. So he has some recommendations here. He has given more recommendations showing the kind of impact he has on people. Again, let me see for someone who's experienced. Ashwin has a couple of recommendations himself. Look at the array of people. They're very different people. Some of them are from Oracle. The others may not be from Oracle. Saurabh has recommendations from some of our colleagues. I have given him a recommendation. Chinmay was his boss earlier. So yeah. Let me share all the links here, actually. Yeah. Guys, when you send connection requests, I'll come to that. Don't send connection requests already. I will tell you how to share connection requests to make sure that they know who you are, they remember who you are. It's important because it's not just about adding someone to your bucket. It's also about, it's definitely 100% about making a connection network, not just a virtual thing. You want them to remember you. You want them to at least know you or at least register your name. All right, Amit, let me quickly open your profile and check. I've shared these profiles. Don't send connection requests already. I'll tell you how this is done. Okay, Amit. Amit, I don't see any data science over here. Your profile picture is not there. So immediately someone loses attention. Very less number of connections. You have to network more. This is good, completely updated, but that's a lot of information that you want to put on LinkedIn. You might want to cut down on the information there. I have no idea what you're doing at QRC. You want to tell me more? Again, so I like how you've updated certain things. That's good. Okay, you have recommendations. That's great. So there are professionals out there saying that you are someone one should work with. I don't see any projects. Yeah, these things have to be updated. Guys, I will not be able to open a lot of them. So I want to open one fresher. Which one of you is a fresher? Mayank, Lavanya, Rupesh? Which one of you is a fresher? Rupesh is a fresher. So let me open Rupesh's profile. Okay. Rupesh, this is, okay, I don't think, okay. I will not accept the connection request because I don't know if you've written a message with it. Okay. So I like how this is very concise. Okay, what do you guys feel? What is, let's review each other. Guys, everybody on chat, tell me. What do you think can be added here? And what do you like? What do you like on this profile? Rupesh, you're not a fresher. You've been working. Yes, but so I like the headline. I really like the headline. I think a couple of us liked it. You have good network. Yes. You might want to network more with Creatum people because you and I literally have just two common connections. I don't see a lot of data science. This is good. Publications shows all the achievement, all the work you've done in terms of research. You definitely want to add more projects. I don't see GitHub anywhere. I don't see data science. I really don't see data science anywhere on your profile except here. Yes, agreed. Being a professor, you can have a crazy featured column. Definitely agreed. 100%. So you can update that. Other than that, this is good. Okay, I'm just gonna open quickly one more and then go back to the deck. LinkedIn session always goes on for longer than it should. Okay, this, okay, just a couple of things here. Needs, I don't see data science at all. I don't see, okay, I see data science here. I don't see gray atom. Skills and endorsement needs to be updated. Okay, guys, I'm not doing a review. This is very incomplete. Okay, I'll go back to the other screen. You guys can still see my screen? Awesome. Okay. If you guys see Abhay joining us, quickly give us a heads up. All right. So these are the additional sections that you all should totally look at. It's amazing how LinkedIn has such a good structure. It has so many sections that they can add. There's so many sections that you can you really explore. So go crazy, guys. If you've done anything, if you for the ones who have attended my resume session, for the ones who haven't, don't worry, we are arranging one very soon. For the ones who have and you've gone through the workbook, there's this whole sheet where you need to update everything you've done under the sun professionally. So pick up all that information. You can't put everything on a resume because we all know resume has to be really short and crisp. It has to be 1 page, maximum 2 pages for someone who has 10 plus years experience. So you don't get a lot of opportunity to put a lot of things on your resume. LinkedIn is your space. Put everything over here. But then again, it's also important to make sure if you show the trajectory, you show the right path where you want to go. Don't we've done so many, some of us have done so many things that we get greedy and we want to mention everything. We can't let go of certain things that we have done, and we want to put everything on LinkedIn. Don't do that. Put only the most relevant things because you want to also show which direction you want to go to, not just where you go. Okay. I will, Bhavishya, let's connect on LinkedIn and maybe I can quickly skim through. I don't know if I will be able to go through so many profiles right now. Old experience. Sachin, exactly what I'm talking about. You have so many years of experience. Definitely talk about what you've done so far because you bring value to the table from the business knowledge and the operational knowledge, every knowledge that you have from your past experience. Definitely talk about that, but focus more on data science. There should be flavors of both.
Uh, Kritika, two quick questions. Sorry if I have been posting in the chat, probably you would be missing it due to this. So, do Udemy certificates carry any value if you add them in the profiles?
Udemy, yes, why not? If because Udemy does have short courses, quick courses, right? I don't think they're very extensive courses from what I have researched and understood. But if these sometimes the course is enough for you to get an idea of what the topic is, and then you learn on YouTube and all that, right? You do your extensive research outside Udemy after that. But it's still a validation that you know about this and you're not just purely talking on basis of YouTube. So I think you should totally add it. I know a lot of people who've been adding Udemy certificates, especially for upskilling.
Yes.
You should totally add it.
And I would like to support one more question from the chat.
Yeah.
So one of our friend has asked if we can add the projects from Grey Atom that we do from the transition course or from the code along sessions in the LinkedIn profile.
Of course, why not? 100%. Any project you're doing, add every project on LinkedIn and link them to your, add every project to GitHub and link them to LinkedIn. Just remember you are in the field of data science, so you're dealing with a lot of data. Certain projects might come with an NDA in terms of revealing the data. Some of them have ethical value over there. So be very careful about what you are putting up on GitHub. Make sure you have the permission because Grey Atom takes real projects from industry partners. We have some projects with Mahindra and all of them. So just be very careful about the ethical part. But other than that, your business problem, your approach, the tools you use, your insights, please put them on GitHub and LinkedIn. Grey Atom, even if you participate in external hackathons, which I encourage all of you to do, participate in external hackathons, put those projects over here. Like, why not? Definitely.
Sure, Kritika. Speaking of the projects that you just referred, like for example, we have simple projects that we initiated earlier. Like we had student management, we had spy games and stuff. Do we really consider that as a project, or should we wait for completing a little more matured way of coding and then put that as a link LinkedIn.
Right. So
We
I think
might
to start
we might
engagement,
have the
yeah, go ahead.
sorry we might have the link to GitHub for student management and spy games, but does that really add value if we put that as a project in LinkedIn? That was my
So,
question.
okay, so I want to say two things here. Firstly, I am not a data scientist, so I might not be able to comment on very technical things. But I understand what your question is right now. I think when you're just starting off, it's good to add these things, which is why I say LinkedIn is not something that you open once in a month. You need to open this regularly. So when you've just entered data science, I think it's a great way of telling the world that, hey, look at me, I have started upskilling and I am learning, and I'm taking baby steps, but hey, I'm doing this. I think it's a great way of doing that. When you start doing more mature projects, then you can probably replace the old ones. You can remove them and just show the more mature ones. But it's good to start engagement when you have started right now. It also becomes practice, and there is no harm in showing what you have started learning. There's
Thanks,
nothing to lose.
Ritika. Yeah, thanks for that.
Always welcome. Shalini, I think you've unmuted yourself. Is there a question? Okay, so I will go ahead and mute you then. I would like to just go over the deck because we will have Abhay joining us anytime soon, and I don't want to steal his time. Okay, this I think Bhavashya has shared some good link. Just trying to help someone. Is this a good link, or we should go by full name? Bhavashya, we will check this link in a while.
So that is just a profile link.
Okay.
I am just asking that is it okay to mention the whole SQL and MSP, or it is good to do it just with the name like Bhavishya Garg?
Oh, this person has put things in the name itself.
Exactly.
No, it's not.
Yes.
The name is your name. There is a section to mention data science, and we can put that in the headline.
Okay.
Okay, by adding skills to your LinkedIn profile, we are showcasing our ability to get hired soon, right? But what GitHub would do? GitHub allows people to open your projects right from there, right? They can immediately look at your projects, not just see what you're talking. The skills that you've just mentioned, GitHub projects will validate that, okay, you do have these skills. Okay, LinkedIn, network. LinkedIn is all about community. It's amazing how it opens the platform for you to connect with literally anybody in the industry. You can connect with co-founders, you can connect with senior management, you can connect with interns, you can connect with students, you can connect with people who probably transitioned a year back. With your alumni, it is so easy to connect with so many people. So you definitely should connect with people on LinkedIn. Now, how do you do that? Remember I said that don't send a friend request or connection request already. I receive at least 10 connection requests every day, and out of them, I think only one person or two of them, usually Gayathan learners, are the ones who send a connection request with a message that, hey, Kritika, this is how I know you, or, I've attended your session, or, they just give me a reference, or sometimes even if it's not a Grey learner, usually it's people from senior management because they know how this works. So they always add like a message that, hey, I'm the co-founder of this company. I would love to connect with you. It leaves an impact. I will want to open that person's profile and see who this person is. I will at least want to know who has taken the effort to even write my name on the add note section. And that goes a long way. Initially, when I started this training and our learners started connecting with mentors and they started writing messages, mentors came back to me and said has something happened? It's so nice. Learners are actually reaching out and I would love to talk to them. Then the mentors are always there to respond to your questions because you have started that connection on such a warm note by sending them a message. I'm not saying you have to flatter anybody. You don't have to say fancy things. You can just say that you both come from the same industry or that you're new, you're transitioning and you want to add someone to your network. Let's do that. It can be as simple as that. You can always give the Grey Atom reference if it's someone who's connected to Grey Atom. It could be a hiring partner that you want to reach out to, so you can write a nice message over there that, hey, I would like to connect with you. After you've connected with them and they know you, Then you tell them, oh, by the way, I also know your company is hiring. Would you like to probably run through my profile and see if my profile matches? You know, I know a lot of our learners, including I think Jasraj, the profile I showed. Then there is Bhushan, one of our alumni. There is, I think I also showed you Daksh. All of these guys have landed jobs through LinkedIn purely by networking. There is Aditya Bhattar, there is Rakesh. A lot of them purely by networking right on LinkedIn. They connected with the right people and they connect and they work with them. Can I give a brief on message? Why don't you all try and I can help you refurbish this. Amit has a question about the featured section. Yeah. Main reason was current employee should not see. Can you talk about the featured section? So, so even if you're upskilling yourself in data science, I don't. Will that be a problem with the current employer that you're upskilling yourself in data science? You don't have to mention that you're looking for a job. You don't have to mention that any of those. But if you're upskilling yourself in data science, if that's a problem with the current employer, they will get insecure. Okay, so I think this is a very customized request. I think this is a very, I don't think everybody would have this kind of situation. But I mean, if you don't show data science on your profile, how will people know? How will people know that you are upskilling? How will people know that you are there? You're someone they can reach out to. You are the right combination. So there has to be a way to show your GitHub. If you don't want to use it on the featured section, don't do that. But you definitely want to mention. So you cannot hide your featured section from current employer. You can hide. There is this option to show that you're looking for raw opportunities, or you're open to work, or you're open to switch job. That is one thing that can show right below your headline. That is something you can add, and that will be hidden from your current employer and all people from the same company. But not your featured section. Featured section cannot be hidden from certain people. That is like a highlight of your profile. Can we add current projects going on in the company in LinkedIn? It's a very depends on organization to organization. Depends on the NDA if you have any. Really depends on the compliance. Yes, it really depends. Like I know people from JP Morgan, they can't mention anything on LinkedIn. They're not even allowed to mention their KPIs on LinkedIn. So it really depends on organizations. But other companies like Oracle, there is Amazon, Flipkart, they are fairly open and they allow you. Not the projects, but you can always talk about the kind of project you're working on, not about the project. You can't display the projects, but you can always talk about the kind of projects you're handling. Okay, so LinkedIn networking, that's Shalini, that's what I said. You should try and put a message on chat and I can help you refurbish that. Be authentic, be very current. There are a lot of groups, hashtags, and I mean, there are a lot of groups. There is data science groups. There are a lot of communities. There are communities outside of LinkedIn also that you should connect. I think Gray Atomans recently started something called G Tribe, and it's very engaging. I can see, my God, people are always talking. They're always asking good questions, sharing some great material. So if you haven't joined, I think you should join. Connect with people from your industry. Even on LinkedIn, there are plenty of groups. There are closed groups. Make sure you join groups that are active right now. There might be some really big groups with like some 2,000 people, but they are not active, so no point joining them. Follow the right hashtags. I follow some good hashtags like ML jobs, machine learning jobs, or data science jobs, data science hiring, data science insights. So there are some really good hashtags. And so once you start connecting with these, I would say people who are making a change in the industry, once you start connecting with them, you will see, you will really see how this works. You will see how, I would say, what kind of hashtags they are using in their profiles. You will see Shweta, myself, Mayuresh, the kind of hashtags they use, even those are really nice. And they're all data science related hashtags. So you want to, if you start following, okay, let me show you actually. We might go a little overboard on time. Is that okay with you guys?
Yeah. Kritika, can we know the most popular hashtags in data science?
I actually wanted you guys to come and give me some.
Yeah, but from the factual side, because you are more familiar with LinkedIn, so you
Right.
might have already done some research. Of course, you can experiment from
I
our
will
side
show you
also.
some. I will show you
But
some.
most of us are, I mean, most of the people from the team are students,
Right.
freshers, so
Right.
their opinion may not probably be that good
Okay.
indication.
Okay, Madhukar, I am going to show you some, but I want you guys to find out more. Abhay, you have joined us. Hi, Abhay.
Hey folks,
Hi.
good to see you all.
Abhay, everyone's really excited to meet you, but I'm really going overboard on time. Will it be okay if I just complete in another 5 minutes?
Yeah, sure, we can wait for that.
And guys, Abhay is also someone who's, I think this is a great space. If you guys have some questions, I'm sure Abhay would be happy to take them. He's also very active on LinkedIn. All right. So some of the good hashtags for data science that I have been following purely because I'm looking at hiring for you guys is usually data science jobs and machine learning jobs. You can see it over here. There is neuro-linguistic programming. There is that's I think. Then there is internships. There's machine learning. I think if you followed Dilip follows a lot of good hashtags. Yeah, there's business problem solving. There's something called gray atom learners. So when they put projects, they put a lot of good tags, hashtags. If you follow pages like Analytics Vidya, HackerRank, all of these data science related organizations and websites, when you follow them on these pages, they put a lot of posts and they put a very good hashtag, so you can totally follow those. Guys, we can continue with our session, but I want to let Abhay take over first. Abhay, would you like to share your screen?
I would have loved to, but actually I'm right now on a trekking expedition. So I was
Oh my
just
God.
from a
Okay.
perspective of saying hi to folks. Maybe you can share that.
I am
Perfect.
sharing Calm Work webpage. I hope everybody can see.
Yes, I can see. I'm sure everybody else can. So
Awesome.
hi guys. So essentially, just a quick two bits about LinkedIn thing that we were talking about. One thing you got to be really sure on LinkedIn about is the kind of folks that you follow, and like all things about marketing, you have to be super persistent about things. So just be at those things, and then you would certainly get to the right folks and you would be connected to them. And one quick trick, I was also listening to Kritika mention about personalizing your LinkedIn messages. So there are a lot of tools out there, right, which can customize those messages for you. Something that I was using is called PAWI. It does it in mass. So you can basically reach out to people in customized messages without really investing a lot of time. So that's going to be super helpful. But one very important thing in terms of finding the right kind of jobs is understanding what kind of skill sets do they require, and that might require a little bit more work and does warrant the case of actually spending time in writing in a personal way. And as a matter of fact, maybe that's a smooth transition that I can make to Calm Work. So if you look at the website over here, we essentially offer
Can
a
you put the
platform wherein
link
you
of
can
that
come and create.
Sorry, sorry. Can you please put the link of that personalized messages tool?
I will do that. I will do that. Don't
Yeah.
worry.
Sure thing.
Thank you.
Sure thing. Perfect. Yeah. So when we were talking about, so there's a lot of remote jobs that are actively looking to hire full-time folks. And at Calmwork, we essentially make sure that you can get jobs regardless of the boundaries. For example, if you're living in a city of Bikaner, you can still be working with a Fortune company that essentially sit for the US. So that's what is there. I would encourage you guys to explore the website, learn about it. And Kritika, if you can click on the Find Jobs tab that's right next to Calm Work on top. Yes. So if you click on this tab, you would get to see a bunch of jobs and the kind of companies that are actively hiring for various roles over there. And it has like a huge variety from 2-member startups to like unicorns like TripAdvisor and to really large scale advanced sort of parts that serve Fortune 500 companies. So you just have to go there. You got to figure out if you can expand on, say, the front-end engineer role at Uable, that will be helpful. Just scroll down a bit, Kritika, please.
Yes. This one?
A little further down. Yeah, you can open that as well. React developer is fine. Good to buy. React developer. Yeah,
Oh,
this is also good.
okay.
Yeah,
This
so
one?
yeah, this one was fine. Uable is fine. If you look at this over here, right? So these are people who want you in a specific location of Bangalore. And if you go into further details, you would also get to know that for the next year, they are open to working remotely. So that's fine with them. And these are just like that you need, and you got to have experience of 2 years. Kritika, if you can explore up a bit, there is go to buy that is a React developer role. I think that will be pertinent for group as well.
No, so this is a
Yeah, just this one.
data science audience.
This is a data science audience. Okay, so if you scroll down, there's a data engineer role that was there. So you look at those kind of roles. Yeah, you can click on all data science roles. That's also good.
So these are data science and these are data engineer roles.
Yeah. TripAdvisor. Yeah, TripAdvisor data engineer role. If you want to open that, like right on top. So if you see this, right? So they are essentially hiring for.
I think there's a network issue. Okay, we cannot hear you. I think Abhay is facing a network issue because he's tracking, like he mentioned. So there are a lot of data science roles over here. We have been working with Commwork for a while now. They have very good opportunities. I like how when you sign up and when you want to make a profile for yourself, it is exhaustive. Like it takes so much of information. There's an option to put a video also where you have your own pitch. Very for like I think 180 seconds you need to give your own pitch. Abhay, are
Hey,
you?
folks. Yep, I'm back, and I'm sorry for the intermittent internet connectivity over here. Yeah, so what I'm saying is that you should keep coming back to these kind of portals and keep checking what are the kind of skill sets that they require. So when you're even on the journey of upskilling, right, you know that, okay, if I get these kind of skill sets, these are the 3 most in-demand skill sets. And then you can very quickly come and apply to these kind of jobs. So and your location is not going to be a boundary. And in a lot of these cases, they're also looking for like people who are like junior data science roles and those kind of roles, which essentially need people who just have good analytical mathematical abilities and can play with data frames and pandas a bit. So I would not take a lot of your time, guys. Just play with the platform, figure out some of the things, and just keep preparing. And with Grey Adam, you're certainly in great hands in terms of learning the ropes of data science. So wish you all the very best in your journey to upskill. I'll if there are a question, if there is a question or two, maybe I can take that, but I'll bid you bye on that then.
Yes, we can. Or you guys, I will see if I can respond to your questions, Abhay.
Is the Commwork pricing determined by the site? Or is the Commwork pricing determined by the site or by between the two people who wants the work and who gives the work?
So one thing is that so for example, if you see Airboxer here, right, that's a Singapore company that's looking to hire. So Airboxer would have a budget for this role, right? And then whoever applies to this role would essentially be applying and negotiating with Airboxer. Commwork does not really come in between in terms of pricing. So there's a pricing that we have. So for every entity that is not in India, we charge the employer in terms of sourcing and setting it up for them. It's never on the candidate, and all your negotiations, all your the kind of work that you're going to do, and all specifics onto your timing and everything is directly in control with the company. Your appraisals are tied with the company, and everything happens directly with the company.
All right. If there are any other questions, Abhay, I think I'm going to let you go. I will take the questions on your behalf. And if there's anything else,
Perfect.
I would encourage everyone to just probably reach out to you on LinkedIn if they have any questions, and if that's okay with you.
Yeah, sure. And maybe you can try with the personalized messages with me. So that's fine.
For sure. For sure. Thank you
Cool.
so
I'll take
much,
your
sir.
leave, guys. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot for your time. All the very best.
Thanks
Thanks,
for
Kritika.
joining,
Bye.
sir. Thanks. Bye. All right. I think there was some questions on, is this a consulting kind of site? So I think he has answered the question. It's basically like a marketplace. They bring in a lot of opportunities over here, and you can just apply to these organizations. But it's going to be full-time opportunities, or probably the kind of opportunity you select. It's like others hiring portals, but it's not a consulting website where you can work with different clients. No, not that. Abhay's full name. I will share Abhay's LinkedIn account actually for that matter. Let me do that right now. It's wow. Remember, guys, put a message. Do not like tell him that hi, I'm this person, and we heard from you today in the session. Yeah, make sure you do that. I've shared his link. This is for remote work only, no pile. This is for remote work as well as a lot of normal opportunities. Also, one of our Greatum alumni members had joined him and has had a very successful transition. And that person is right now. That person has like switched 3 jobs after that. Also, he's done really well at a very good package, doing some great work out there, and he was placed through Calmwork. He was working with WeWork. All right. Can we find internships on Calmwork? I don't know. I would request you, why don't you just try and explore the tool? They are constantly adding more. They have a lot of open house also with some companies. Totally something you can explore. All right. I think I will go back to where we were. These are some of the hashtags that you can follow. As Abhay rightly said, you have to be very, very particular about the people you follow. You have to be very particular about the kind of persona the people have who you follow. Don't just connect with someone or follow someone for the sake of it. Like, I come from an L&D space. I come from a very strategy space. So I follow people like, I connect with people like Leena Nair, someone I really look up to. She's the CHRO of Unilever, very, very active, with a lot of other L&D experts from around the world. Try and do that. People like Amitan, Shantanu, they are really accomplished in the field of data science. They have a lot of business background. Also, these are the kind of people you want to connect with. Look at Greatum mentors, all the mentors. Every time you have a new mentor, ideally your way should be, after that session, you send them a message that, I've attended your session and it was good, or whatever your feedback is. If you don't want to give a feedback, you just connect with them saying, I attended your session and it was good to hear from you. Let's connect over here also for further collaboration. You can think of something like that, or you can just use the tool. I have never used this tool. PAWI is something that Abhay said, explore, and if you can share the link with me also, that would be great. All right. I was also talking about research your future boss. It's extremely important for you to research your future boss. If you are applying for opportunities, it is a great way. I think a lot of our learners who have transitioned, this is not stalking, and also don't go to the level of stalking, but it's always good to ask the HR that, okay, who is this person who will be interviewing me tomorrow? If they tell you the name, or if they tell you the designation, you can look them up on LinkedIn and see what they've done. If you can find any common things between y'all, it would be good to bring that up in the conversation. Sometimes, I mean, again, I'm being very candid about this. Sometimes you might bond over, in an interview over something as simple as you both play golf, or you both come from the same city, or you both went to the same college, you both went to the same university. I end up meeting so many people who went to Christ University. Once in an interview that happened. So if you can find common things with someone who's going to interviewing you, that helps. If you know the kind of background someone comes with, the kind of expertise they come with, you prepare yourself accordingly. If you know this person has studied data science from one of the best colleges in the world, you will make sure that all your theory is really at the back of your hand, right? which should be the case in any case. You should really be very well prepared, but these things really help you. So background research is important, but don't be creepy. Don't like open it 500 times and stop people. Just a little bit of skimming through is good. Definitely read up about the company, read up about the team. If you're going for a data science role, and if you can find out how many people are already in that team, that is a good thing. Good point to start. Good way to know if there is anybody common who's worked in that company, and you can probably check with them. Things like that. So networking on LinkedIn is really important, but again, relevant people. Okay, I will go back to my deck. I realize you guys cannot see my screen, and awesome. So that was how to use LinkedIn. Now let's go to LinkedIn to land a job. Definitely build your first degree network, connect with data science hiring managers, add a personal message when you connect with literally anybody. Connect with Greatum alumni. Greatum alumni is working at amazing places. Like I would love to work in certain places where these guys are working, and the fact that they are an alumni and you're still working, studying with Greatum, they'll obviously have a bias towards you. They will want to help you. They will want to connect with you. Literally 2 weeks back, one of our star learners, alumni, Abhini, she reached out saying, Kritika, there's an opportunity. My mentor has moved to a different company and he's hiring. And there's an opportunity. Send me like 5 or 6 best profiles you have. And I looked at the endorsability, the employability scores. You guys will also have these tests. We looked at those scores, good scores. We shared those profiles. 2 guys got hired literally 2 weeks back. In the middle of pandemic, very good opportunity. One of them comes with a CA background. The other person was a fresher. Both got hired immediately. Good role. So that's how it helps. And they both reached out to Abhini, our alumni, and spoke to her, asked her about the role, asked her about the mentor, asked her about the company, and she was ready to help. So it's really important for you to connect with the right people. Use LinkedIn to follow up after the job interview. Also, India, not just India, honestly, but India greatly has this culture of not responding after a job opportunity, after interviewing. You have no clarity about how your interview went. The hiring partner does not come back with any feedback. It's very common and it's really annoying sometimes. But when you follow up, they remember you and they're like, okay, let me probably push this profile. So a lot of our learners, what they did was after their interview, after the day, they would reach out to the HR on LinkedIn or even the manager who interviewed them, and they would say that irrespective of where this goes, it was a good conversation. I know that you had asked this one question and I did not know the answer to that. I have researched and the response is this. Thanks for your time. I really enjoyed my interview. Or even just follow up with the hiring partner that hey, do you have any update for me? Things like that. Um, you might be following up with a lot of hiring partners already who do not respond, and that's something not in your control. But let's not look at that side that they don't respond. There are a lot of them who do respond. So let's look at that side. After an interview, if you can follow up with the interviewer, as in the data science, the team lead or whoever from the management had interviewed you, if you can follow up with them, send up a good message, that also makes a good difference. Because remember, it's never about burning bridges, it's about building new bridges. So even if you don't work together today, this person will remember you as someone who came back with a nice note, and will always remember you. And tomorrow, if you want to collaborate, even at a business level, this person will remember you, or at least will have a good feeling or a good vibe about you. So even that makes a lot of difference. We usually do an activity, but I'm not going to do that activity. I'm going to share this link with you right now. And we are all going to do this for homework. I love homework. All right. I am going to share my different screen. I think I should completely stop sharing. Yes. So all of you have access to this drive, right? This link has been shared with all of you. I'm going to do that anyway. It is usually shared with everybody, but I'm gonna share this anyway with all of you. Here. Okay, so here are all the decks. Whatever session happens, the deck is here. And I think you'll get recorded sessions also. This is your workbook. Especially with sessions with Kritika, there will always be an active.
Hello, can I ask some question?
Yes, you can.
Yeah, Kritika, there is one question which I want to ask. For example, I have a profile. I am a chartered accountant, cost accountant with Oracle certified DBA.
Okay.
And I am exploring the possibility of blending my CFO services along with the data science skills.
Okay.
So what type of things you would like to suggest or recommend to people like us who have spent almost 32 years of their career into their CFO roles?
Okay.
And now we would like to expand the horizons beyond, I mean, along with the CFO roles, this field is also equally important for us to give the services.
Right.
Now, it is not sort of a job, but it is a sort of a consulting or advisory services.
Yes. Right. So, Madhukar, thanks for bringing that up. And so I know someone who is very new in data science. Like he himself is very young right now, but he comes from a chartered accountancy background, and he's recently transitioned. He reached out to a lot of people. What I can do is I can ask him to give me those links, those people, and I will share those with you. You can reach out to those people and connect with them and explore. Other than that, I would also encourage you to speak to Amitansh. He has handled a lot of such cases. Amitansh Gupta, if you want, I can connect both of you.
Yeah, I know him. Yeah, yeah.
And the third thing is, fintech is growing like crazy. Fintech is growing like crazy. There is a lot of requirement for someone who's as experienced as you are, yeah, you can definitely explore this side. I'm just trying to understand. Have you researched on the companies? Which kind of companies have an amalgamation of data science and finance?
I have researched it, but the segments are very heterogeneous. If there are two big companies, then they are expecting something like a job. Whereas in our case, now we don't want to land into a regular type of job, but we want to provide our talent so that people can benefit, the companies can benefit.
Of course, no. With so much of experience, consultancy makes maximum sense. I haven't explored this a lot myself, Madhukar. Let me explore that, and we can connect one-on-one. I will do my bit of research and come back. I'll speak to some experts and come back.
Yeah, thank you so much. And do you ask me to talk to somebody? You can give me his connect or something.
I will connect you. If you know Amitansh, I think he's the best guy to connect on this.
Okay, then Amitash, I have his number, contacts. He's on my LinkedIn, so we can connect.
Yes, I think you should totally start there, and I will also find out and come back.
Great. Thank you. For us, it is a crossroad type of situation. We have lots of potential also, but at the same time, we don't want to go into that, youngster type of approach.
Yes, of course. No, I completely understand. There is a lot of consultancy opportunity. I just need to find out which organizations have this, and then I can probably.
For example, in my earlier career, I have designed the data warehouses and I have handled a lot of IT stuff. But that was not the core focus of our CFO services.
Madhukar, have you spoken to Dilip about this?
No, not yet. In fact, you are the first person I am opening up with this type of scenario.
Totally talk to Dilip and Shweta also, and they will be very happy to help you with this.
So, Dilip and Shweta, okay. I had a talk with Dilip, but I didn't open this subject with him.
I think you should bring this up. I will also probably discuss this with him.
Because it will be pretty interesting, because we want to learn a lot from you youngsters also. How things are evolving. You know, you are the leaders of tomorrow, and we want to back you people so that the companies and all these things can flourish.
The kind of experience you have, it will definitely bring a lot of value. So
yeah, and sometimes we can have a sort of a brainstorming type of sessions amongst our teams also, so that they can build the projects which are very useful for the industry or the company.
Right. So that's why
I'm open for helping on that side also. Voluntarily. I mean, nothing that I expect something, but I would love to do that for the students, for our own students.
Definitely, Madhukar, which is why I'm saying we should totally bring this up with Dilip. For experienced people, I think we have more people like you in the group right now. For experienced people, bring this up with Dilip. He has academia, and it will really bring a lot of value, and I'm sure he can help you on this. And
Great.
we can find out if we can explore more on collaborating on this end.
Great, great, great. Thank you so much.
Hey,
Thank you.
Kritika, this is Guru. I also have the same background. I am also coming from a background of chartered accountancy, and then
I think you and
Uh-huh.
Madhukar should totally
yeah,
connect first. And together you all should connect with Dilip. I'm telling
and from a fintech industry also. So
Uh-huh.
we because of the experience that we have, quite similar to Madhu. I am also from Oracle
Very
and
good.
oh,
Uh-huh.
lovely.
Great,
Oracle and
great.
SAP. I have somewhere around 12 ERPs as a functional consultant.
All right.
And slowly I have grown up to the CXO level. But yeah,
Hmm.
rightly said by Mr. Madhu that
Great Guru, we shall also connect and we
yeah,
shall also explore it on our side also.
sure,
So that when these people also come out with their suggestions and ideas, we shall also come out with our ideas that how we can basically take this forward.
exactly.
Absolutely.
Great, great. Thank you. Thank you all of you. Or anybody has some ideas like this, they can connect to me or we can just have a small brainstorm
How
with other
do we
people also.
connect?
Why don't you put your LinkedIn IDs here and people can connect with you?
Yeah, I will just put it right now.
Awesome. Let's do that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I
Guys,
will put
this
it.
is what I love about Grey Atom. All the learners can connect with each other. You'll find so much of answers to your questions right here in the group. Let's do that.
Kritika, I'm just thinking out loudly here. So,
Yes.
can we use the transition group that we have to share the links of each other so that we can connect internally first and then probably expand the network from there as
Am
well?
I there on that group? Then I'll not be able to join y'all.
Okay, but I think most of the students out here is someone part of that group. So if we can exchange the links, I mean with the permission, because we don't know if we can be doing that there.
So I think it's a closed group. Like only the admin is allowed to send messages. I feel right.
No, I mean we can personally post our messages. We cannot tag everyone there, but we can put our text.
Oh yeah. Then you know what? Go there and write that Kritika has said. Connect with each other. One of you can literally put
Yeah,
that.
I put my LinkedIn profile link. So somebody, those who are interested can just talk to me.
Thanks, Madhukar. Thank you.
Yeah, even you can
Welcome.
find mine. I have put
Yes,
that.
guys, we'll
Great.
all do that. Awesome. So, guys, you guys can totally go to that transition group, WhatsApp group, and message that Kritika has said. Let's connect with each other. And Mayuresh Rohit will not say anything. You guys can happily put all your LinkedIn profiles there and connect with each other. I would say instead of doing that, maybe y'all can make a group on LinkedIn. LinkedIn has some really good groups. Make a group on LinkedIn that says Grey Atom Transition data science learners. Invite your mentors to join that group. You join that group. Invite each other to join that group and take only data science transition learners over there and interact, post, share things on that group. Like LinkedIn gives you that option. Do that. You can add me also over there, and we
I
can
think that will be a good idea. That will be pretty good idea. I will start with that. I will take the
start
first
with
step.
that and add each other, guys. Connect with each other. Some of you come with a lot of experience. Who knows, your colleague might help you get hired in their company for a data science role because we have some very senior guys here. Awesome. Okay. Now this is a workbook, guys. If you have a session with Kritika ever, you will have to work with this workbook. So there's no going back from here. This section, I will have also shared the Loom video. I will share it again with you. It talks about how the workbook can be done. Okay, I'm putting it on chat. Okay, this is how it's done. I will actually put it over here also. Yeah, I've put the link here. You have access to this. Make a copy of the workbook and go through the activity. Complete the task. Complete the task whenever we do have a coaching session one-on-one. I think all of us get to have one coaching session with me. Make sure you have your workbook ready and try to, let's have this session only towards the end of your journey, because by that time you would have gone through all these sessions and you have all the right knowledge and we can make a very constructive, customized sort of a session, right? Awesome. So make sure you go through the workbook. I will take you through it right now myself also. Okay, I'm not part of this group, guys, so I'll not be able to add. But if you're making a LinkedIn group, oh, I think someone made a LinkedIn group. Bhavishya has made a LinkedIn group. I am joining that group. Please add me, Bhavishya. Allow me. Please make it allow only, request to join. Okay. Thank you so much, Bhavishya. You might want to make 2 or 3 people admin, so the pressure is not only on you. And make sure you invite everybody else. Put it on your transition chat and invite that we've made this group on LinkedIn for all grad and transition learners. Let's connect and collaborate. I've given you the messaging also. Okay, so that's how, okay, let me quickly go back. Yeah, I was talking about the workbook. Let's not deviate, guys. We are really running low, we've lost track of time. All right, so 10 to 15 people, don't do 10 to 15 people, Bhavishya. Then we'll have people not from Greatom also. You want to stick to only Greatom people. All right. List top 5 data scientists you have connected with and their LinkedIn profile and URL. And you can, once you have this ready, you can just copy paste this with all your friends on LinkedIn or on the chat or on your transition group. Target audience. Okay, frame the message you will be using to send a connection request. Do not send connection requests without a note, always. List a couple of influencers you want to connect with and you made a connection. They may not necessarily have to be a data scientist. I try to connect with the head data scientist of Facebook, of LinkedIn. Sometimes they connect with me, sometimes my message and my connection request remains in their bucket and they've never accepted. But a lot of them do. So you should anyway make that effort. This is a really good checklist to optimize your LinkedIn. If you have done all of this, then your profile will be almost complete. So definitely go through this checklist. Yes, you're studying together every week, but you're disconnected. Not cool.
Sorry, one small comment on this.
Yes.
See, we are disconnected because if we try to combine too many people into a group, there is possibility of disconnect. For example, one senior can at the most manage 10 juniors. There is a ratio of that.
Right.
So if we have smaller groups, the interactivity can be much better. Plus, there are sort of an interest groups. For example, I have told you my profile and I have told you my challenge or my expectations, we can say. Similarly, there can be a students group whose expectations and whose challenges might be slightly different. So if we form groups with a clear objective that this group is meant for this, and if we have fewer numbers, that can create the effectiveness of the group. We can definitely connect, but then effectiveness can be coming only when you have clear objective for that group.
That is very true, but I think sometimes it really helps to connect overall, and then from there you all can diversify, but you have to still be part of a very big organization.
Yeah. I mean, it's good to begin with a bigger group, but then eventually you know, in order to bring the effectiveness, you create a smaller group where you can connect and you can keep on interacting.
In that case, you all can stick to G Tribe also. I've just shared the link with you. G Tribe. Is anybody here part of G Tribe?
G Tribe. I tried on Trello so that we can work on the projects also. In the Trello, you have that facility.
Yes, that you can definitely do. Projects, of course.
I have started that. Anybody interested can join. I can send invites and accordingly we can work on a specific projects. Okay, guys, let's work on this particular project. Besides the regular learning which we are doing, we can practice that skills also.
Yes, of course. I think you can totally collaborate on projects. That will be really good. So connect on LinkedIn, guys. I mean, this is just the starting point. I'm really happy you all have started coming with so many ideas. It is very exciting.
Yeah, and some of the youngsters really have a very amazing ideas.
I
mean, very, very cool and very amazing ideas. And especially if we blend our experience or something to that, a lot of creativity can be, you know, nurtured.
That can happen. A lot of domain experience can come in. So guys,
Yeah. For example, one of the challenge which many times we discuss into these gray atom sessions is that how to structure the problem, how to define the problem itself.
Okay.
And here domain knowledge and experience comes a lot into picture.
Yeah, that does come in. I mean, this is again just the starting point. I think y'all should totally connect from here. Take it ahead. Y'all have each other's LinkedIn. Y'all have each other's numbers, I think, on WhatsApp. Take it from there. Go crazy. Make Trello groups. Collaborate on projects. There's so many things y'all can do. Connect.
Great, guys. You were suggesting us some group links or something. Can you repeat it again?
So I was talking about G Tribe. G Tribe is a great place. There are experts from across the world who are connecting. There are sessions happening over here. It's a big community of all experts from Grey Atom and outside. Uh, it's a big community. People are sharing business problems. People are sharing ideas. I think this is a great place to join. It's by Grey
Put
Atom.
the link. Yeah, put the link. I
I
think
have
that's
shared the
good.
link here. I am gonna share it again. It's gonna just ask you to probably
Okay.
fill a small
Good.
questionnaire. Make sure you do that. It will basically try to understand that you're a human.
Good.
That's all.
We are also learning a lot of initiatives which you are taking. We were not knowing this.
See, now you know. You guys should totally join. Awesome. How
Yeah.
long should the bio be? Let's go back to the deck. How long should the bio be? Too many, too long may not. Okay, too short may be ineffective. Sorry, the question is answered. No problem, Deepak. The bio, as in the about section, should be 3 paragraphs. Do not make it too long. If I quickly show you some guys, there are 2 things missing. We have still not completed. I'm gonna mute all of you. I'm gonna complete those pointers. I don't want you all to miss out on that. Awesome. If I look at bios, some of the bios are, yeah, I think this is a good length for a bio. My bio is of a similar length. I think Shantanu's is also this. I think this length is good. Do not make it too long. Links on Slack. I am not on those groups. So if somebody has made a note of all the links, kindly put that on Slack. It would be great. I've shared 3 links. Yeah, this is the G Tribe link and LinkedIn, so you'll find me. I think I already have a lot of requests. Let me see if anybody from here has sent me a request without a note. Okay, only one person has put a note. Others, if y'all are here, I'm not gonna accept your request because there's no note. So you might want to withdraw and send me one with a note. You have to learn with your mentor. I'm your mentor today. All right. I am quickly going to go back to the deck. We need to complete this. Okay. Yes. All right. So couple of final things, guys. If you're applying for jobs through LinkedIn, there is an easy apply option and there is an option to go on the website and apply. Always go to the website and apply. Easy apply. I've been on the other side. I think some of the senior members here would have also seen this. When people easy apply, it comes to us like a big PDF. It comes to us like a PDF of like 400 pages. All your LinkedIn information gets converted to this one same format resume, and everything looks the same. So while I'm scrolling, I might totally miss out on someone's resume because the previous and the next page look the exact same. So it's really, really important for you to make sure you go to the website and apply, or if there's something called direct application where you send them an email that, hey, I've applied on LinkedIn. I also wanted to make sure that you don't miss out on my profile. So I'm putting it on your email. These things really help when you're applying for jobs. Easy apply is a bad option. LinkedIn is the best space to look for a job. If you personally ask me, I completely rely on LinkedIn for our learners also. A lot of our hiring partners that we know are through LinkedIn. Also, right after you applied, you can just reach out to someone, network, and tell them, hey, I know your organization is applying. I have applied through LinkedIn. I just wanted to drop in and say hi and hope you would take out the time to look through my profile if I can be a good match, because I'm really excited about that opportunity. Things like that. You can always connect 3 or 4 different dots. Even for consulting, even if you're looking to collaborate only on projects, when you network with the right people on LinkedIn, you can always follow up and tell them, I can see you have a very interesting project happening in your organization. I come with this experience. Why don't we explore collaborations? Why don't we see if we can work together on something? Just as simple as that. In Hindi, if I say पूछने में क्या जाता है, right? There's nothing to lose as long as you're keeping it really formal and you're not pushing somebody. Don't push someone's limits, but definitely use LinkedIn to connect and ask these questions. Avoid too many buzzwords. Your profile writing should convey not only your strengths but also your personality. It should not sound like somebody else. That usually happens when you copy paste an about section. Include multimedia because visuals add a great value. Use links, upload images of your experience. Put a profile picture which is not informal. Little a selfie with sunglasses on, selfie with your mom in a wedding, picture with your kids is usually a little informal. Some people do put a picture with their kids in the cover photo, which is fine if it's formal. But try sticking to careers, try sticking to more professional grounds, and your picture should be really formal. If you have a picture where you're part of a wedding and you're wearing formals, make sure there are no flowers in the background, I would say, or blur it out. It should look formal, that's all. Like mine is a semi-formal picture, but it's not informal, so even that works. As long as it's not informal, it's fine. So be very careful. If you have a picture on your resume, try to make sure that resume and your LinkedIn picture is the same, because it kind of builds a sort of connect and it reinforces your image on the hiring partner's mind. Also, when they see an image on LinkedIn, it almost feels like you have nothing to hide. But if you don't put a picture, it's almost like, why are you not putting a picture? I mean, that's the first thing you see on someone's LinkedIn, the picture and the name and the headline. But if that's not there, there's a disconnect immediately. Some hiring partners don't really look at it that much, but a majority do. I mean, it's always an added thing. Having it is always good. Include extracurricular activities, volunteer work, especially for international organizations. Like if you look at organizations in the US, in Australia, they all really look out for volunteer work. They all look out for extracurricular activities. Also, these show that you are a team player. You're not someone who's just like a geek sitting in one corner and working. You're someone who does different things, and that goes a really long way. Include your content like articles about specialization, reactions. Also, if you are following people, make sure you're active, respond to blogs, respond, like a lot of times. I think recently I spoke about this whole jobs. I had some experience and I wrote something on LinkedIn. I had so many people reach out to me, and they DM'd me. Some of them commented on the post, and now I looked through their profile. Okay, this person has something to say. Let me look at that profile. So I now know at least 5 new professionals from different fields who commented. I also connected with 2 co-founders who are hiring from Grey Atom now, all because I put one post and people commented. So that's the kind of impact it can have. Share the right content. Also, don't share memes. Don't go and like memes. This is LinkedIn. It's not Instagram. It's not Facebook. It's not WhatsApp University. Keep it really, really professional. There will be some really fun things that you like and you want to comment. Avoid doing that, because that will show up in your activity section. Even if you do it, right after that, go and work on something very related to data science and professional. At least do some 5, 6 other activities, so this one doesn't show up on your activity section. That's all I can say. But avoid, I mean, keep the fun things to other platforms. Keep LinkedIn super professional. People can be really fun on LinkedIn also, and that's the witty fun. Where it's smart and it's also funny, and that's fine. But be careful. Be very careful. This is your professional image. Be careful. Include your content. If you are writing blogs, great, do that. This is the job seeking preferences I was talking about. You guys will have access to this deck. You all already have access to this deck, so go and check it out. And this is a good link. It's part of the deck on how to build a brilliant LinkedIn profile. It has more material, some of the things maybe beyond what I have already spoken about. So you guys can check this out. Also, LinkedIn is your face on professional social media, so it needs to be updated periodically. Do not be like, I will open this once in a month. Literally, I open LinkedIn every single morning. Add the new skills that you build. Every time you learn a new skill, every time you do a new project, put it on GitHub, put it on LinkedIn, put it on your portfolio if you have a virtual portfolio. That's a really cool thing people do nowadays. And add every blog you write, every presentation you deliver. If you don't have ethical problems of presenting, if there are no compliances, definitely put it up. Here are some frequently asked questions. How to show Grey Atom experience? You can put that in certification or education section, not work experience, because you're not working or interning with us, you're learning. Looking for a new role, should I mention that on the headline? If you ask me, no, it's debatable. But if it's something you would like to do, okay. I personally do not really prefer. Pooch Dara to life Jingalala, seriously discourages step works. Yes, it does work, definitely. And then should I upload my resume? Again, yes, you can upload your resume. It's absolutely okay. I was against this earlier, but later I realized if you can give a one-stop solution to the hiring partners, if they like your profile, they also see your resume right there. Why not? So upload it. Again, this is upon you. It's a personal decision to make. Just make sure everything is very professional. Is easy apply feature enough? No. I spoke about it. Double application always. It should reach their mailbox. That is about it. Do we have any questions related to LinkedIn? Guys, please put it on chat.
Kritika?
Yes, Pratika.
Just wanted to ask, like, should the headline include our workplace and the current workplace?
You can. It's up to you. For me, it was up mentioning earlier. Right now, it's not mentioning. So it's up to you. You can. If you're
So
working in a...
you mean to say so you mean to say I can include my present employer?
Yeah, you can, of course.
Okay, thanks.
It's upon you. Usually when people work with really fancy organizations, they definitely put it. If you have recently transitioned, you definitely want to put it that I was working here and I've just started studying. So people put it in that case. Otherwise, people just mention it in the about section. It's upon you.
And you were also talking about the hashtags. So these hashtags are to be included into our headline only, right? And no other section.
No. The hashtags don't have to be included in the headline, not at all. Hashtags
So
are hashtags
where?
that you follow. These are hashtags that you follow. So once you follow a hashtag, all updates to that hashtag will show up on your newsfeed.
Okay.
You get to know a lot of things. The relevant hashtags when you are putting a post, when you are say uploading your project, or you're writing about some interesting blog you read, or if you're putting your certificates, then you can put the right hashtag. Guys, can we put the questions in chat, because then there will be a lot of like 3 people will be talking at the same time. So if you can put the questions on chat, I will respond to it. Okay, Gokul, let's put the questions on chat if we can.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm going to start taking questions. Please explain about the reactions like. So there are these 5 reaction options, right? If you like something, you love it. If you find something insightful. So we're just saying that start reacting to posts. You know, it will just help you increase engagement. Any alternative to looking for new role? Looking to collaborate, but do you want to mention that on headline? I don't prefer mentioning that on the headline. Can you post the slide share link here, please? It's already part of the deck, Shalini. So when you open the deck on the folder that we have shared earlier, you will find it. I missed a lot of sessions, received a lot of emails. Why were you missing sessions, Payal? I'm not gonna help you if you miss sessions. You wanna pick up and get back on course? Okay, I will help you. Or contact Ramanand. Ramanand is your guy. He's gonna help you for all of this. You can email him, or you can just send an email to careerservices@Greyatom, and I will make sure I loop in Ramanand for this. Can I share my LinkedIn profile? I actually did not share my LinkedIn profile. So let me share that right now. Can we add profile to our LinkedIn profile now? I didn't understand your question. Deep down? What's your name? Okay, Gokul has a question. Can you share? Oh, that was Gokul's question. Anirudh, can you suggest resume creating slides? Anirudh, I will be doing a whole session on resume, just like LinkedIn. My sessions are extremely long. Hope you guys did not get too bored. So you guys can totally join that session. I mean, you should totally join that session.
One question, Kritika, can I ask?
Yes, Madhukar, go ahead.
Yeah, recently one hackathon was arranged by Greyatom.
Okay.
I missed yesterday's deadline, but I prepared a solution for that.
Okay.
I am not very keen that I need to participate as a team, because anyway the time is elapsed. But I want to check my answers with the things. Can I submit the answers?
I think you can submit the answers, and why don't you send an email to Greyatom and tell them about this, and somebody from my technical team will reach out to them.
Yeah, I just want to understand whether it makes sense or not. Certificate or recognition is not much important, but just to know whether I have learned it correctly or not. That is more important.
Put this on email. So we are purists. Greyatom is happy to call ourselves purists. If you want to learn, we are here for you. So if you want to know this, send us an email. I'm 100% sure one of my colleagues, one of my very able colleagues will reach out to you.
Thank you so much.
And I will make sure it's done. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, I did complete it, but I didn't submit it in time.
Oh, no problem, no problem. Next time, submit on time.
Yeah, okay, thank you.
I'm like a strict teacher. Okay. Oh, I like how Amit is so warm towards everyone. Blitzkrieg, yes, yes. I'm happy you know about this. Not a lot of people know about this. Can we seek recommendations from our trainers and mentors in our career span till date? Prachita, 100% you can. Not Giriata mentors right now because we want you to complete your course, like be part of the course for at least 4 months, be ready. And if you have that kind of relationship with one of the mentors who has seen you grow, why not? You should also reach out to your, so if you look at my recommendations, if you look at my recommendations, where is my recommendations? Yeah. So some of them are my colleagues. She's somebody from school. This is my previous company's vice president. Again, colleague, someone people I've worked with. My boss from my first job. So I've asked people from my career to give their feedback because for someone who doesn't know me, if they look at my recommendations, they'll understand the kind of people I've worked with and what they have to say. So that's exactly how your profile should be. I'm happy Hiren you enjoyed. Wow, Altaf has given the link also. Awesome. I like proactive people. Honestly, we were studying together since 5 weeks, but the much needed connect happened today. Revolution has begun for us in BS. I am so happy, Amit. Raki has a question: how the profiles have 10 plus years of experience in other field now transitioning to data science look like? Do we need to put the project details on the current field as well as? Of course, I think Raki, you should put projects of both because if you're looking to transition in the same domain, that will bring more value. People who have 10 plus years of experience. I know, yeah, there's someone called Benson who recently transitioned. He has a lot of years of experience, Benson Sebastian, and he is working as a consultant for Acolyte. So he's working for another company actually, client, and it's completely into data science. He comes from a different background. So people are doing quite well even with a lot of experience. I know Dhruba has 13 plus years of experience. So what I really like what Dhruba did, he works with Teradata and very big organization. So he somehow managed to connect with his most senior management and convince them to run a data science hackathon within the organization, and his team obviously won because they did a damn good job. They donated a lot of money for COVID. They did a COVID project, and he is now being transitioned to the data science field, the data science department within his organization. And Teradata is a very big company. So that's one way of doing it. IJP is best for people who have experience. If you're new, you can definitely network with people. And so this is why for people who have experience, LinkedIn is your space. I mean, connect G-Tribe, LinkedIn, make that group, connect with people who have your kind of experience. You come with experience, so you have business knowledge. You can be the bridge between the different stakeholders and the data science team, where you're not doing all the dirty work yourself. Like you're not getting your hands dirty with coding, but you understand the technology, you also understand business, and you're the bridge between them and people who have no idea how the technology works. So people who have experience can really be in that kind of roles. So it's important for you to network with senior management and executive people on LinkedIn and collaborate. Yeah. Not sure if it is appropriate here to be taken offline. I have 7 years of experience, but would you, your salary, nobody will take away your package, but no matter what, you're going to be considered really new in data science. So you'll have to be flexible. I'm not saying you'll have to really drop down in terms of salary. You might actually get paid more also, but you'll have to be flexible with salary. Always, whenever you're changing your field, you have to be flexible with salary. Where do you get information about hackathon? All. So I'm not going to answer this question. Hint, you can follow a hashtag called data science hackathons, ML hackathons on LinkedIn. You get a lot. Okay, guys, I think that's it from me. It's 10 o'clock. I have gone really overboard with this session. Thank you so much for joining. I had a lot of fun. It was very interactive. It's fun to have people who interact. I hope you guys are looking forward to more sessions with me because I haven't spoken to so many of you in such a long time. So I hope you guys had fun. And I hope you all learned. And do finish the workbook. Do apply all the knowledge. And I want to see some really kick-ass, killer LinkedIn profiles connecting with me. Okay. I'm so happy I'm hearing such good things. All right. Thank you so much, guys. I'll see you once again after some time and connect with your mentors. Bye. Take care. I completely forgot. We're going to share the feedback link. Please do share your feedback. It will really help. I think my management would love to know how the session went. We're going to put it on we're going to put it on, I don't know where. I think I can share it here. I think I'm going to have my team share it with you.
Kritika,
Yes, Anirudh.
so do we have any schedule for the next next set of Sunday sessions? Because I could see few people telling that they have missed few sessions. Some of my batchmates have been claiming that
I
there's a
have the
first
schedule.
session.
Let me give you the schedule. I have created the schedule for this month. Let me give you a sneak peek.
Yeah, because I'm unsure that if the audience are kind of from the mixed batches, because few of us are attending this for the first time, and
Oh, okay. Did you like it for the first time?
yes, it was quite informative for us. We got to know a lot of things from
Awesome.
the
Awesome.
from the perspective of LinkedIn. There were so many intricacies that we could learn. Thanks
Right?
for that.
I know, so underused. It breaks my heart. It's so underused. I think next Sunday you have how to become a data-driven organization. Here we're going to talk about with increasing data, a lot of organizations are adopting to data-driven decision making to benefit organizations. This one is going to focus purely on factors that need to be considered while creating the infrastructure of a data-driven organization. This is really nice when you're also picking companies and you have a very, very nice mentor coming up. So definitely a cool session. After that, in November first week, you have a session with me again, and that's going to be on resume building. After that, there is a session on setting into a data science role when you join a new organization. How do you set in a data science role? What expectations are there? All of that. And then there will be a hiring challenge. So every month, usually there is a hiring challenge. So you have a hiring challenge in November. Yeah.
Thanks, Ritika.
So that's till November. And I think after that, we'll share the next sessions.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Kritika,
Yes, I'm here.
just wanted to know what do we have to do with the workbooks? I skipped that part.
I've shared. So if you open the workbook, there's a link given. There's a Zoom link on top. Open that. It will tell you exactly how to go about the workbook.
Okay. So do we have to complete something and like?
Yes, you should make a copy of the workbook and complete the exercises. It's going to make sure that your LinkedIn is updated.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, I think that's about it. I can close the session. Bye, guys.